What would it take to fix money in politics? A moonshot. First, how much money is in politics now? To become a U.S. Senator costs $10.5 million. Becoming a House of Representatives member is a relative bargain, only $1.7 million. And how do they get those millions of dollars? By asking a very few rich donors for money. In fact, our representatives have to spend 4 to 5 hours a day, every day, asking donors for money. And these donors, they're not the 1%. They're the 2% of the 1%, the tiniest fraction of Americans. So members of Congress spend 4 to 5 hours a day talking to donors asking for money. Compare that to just 2 hours a day actually legislating, and 1 to 2 hours spent meeting with people they represent. In other words, they spend more time every day talking to a few rich donors than they do on everything else together, including talking to other people and thinking about any of the issues we elected them to fix. So when it comes time to actually create policy to address one of the issues facing our country, what are our representatives thinking? First, they might think, I need to vote for a policy that will keep the donors happy so that I can get elected again. And second, they might try to do what the people they represent want them to do. But when was the last time they talked to one of those people? They talked to some rich donors this morning, so they know exactly what those elites want. But it gets harder and harder to remember what other people want. So it comes as no surprise that a recent statistical analysis of nearly 2,000 government policies revealed that our government responds to the elite and business interests and not to average citizens. People know this. 90% of Americans want to reduce the influence of money in politics, and less than half of Americans vote, partly because they sense that their vote doesn't make a difference. So what can we the people do? Congress members are the ones who can pass legislation to change the corrupt system, but they only become Congress members by being really good at working the system, so they're locked into this dance with big donors. Harvard law professor Lawrence Lessig has a way out for us. We can create a Citizen Super-PAC and end all super PACs and force reform. With enough money in a Citizen Super-PAC, we can elect Congress members who commit to pass reform so that future Congress members will have a choice about how to run their campaigns. They'll be able to choose continue spending 4 hours a day asking for big donations from a few people, or spend less time getting small donations from a lot of donors from every walk of life. You can help make this choice a reality. Pledge to the Citizen Super-PAC for a moonshot for our democracy.